Tight. 190.
57's right. Hey, tight.
They'll start on the ground with Neal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 27.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here comes Pettis on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 12. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Let's get this back.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on. On that one, everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm scared. Kill.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hold, absolutely perfect.
Here we go, G.
21. Here we go.
He's coming. Double up.
Garoppolo on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Hey, 0.
On the draw, this is Neal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Throwing on second down. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Check 4.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Garoppolo now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now here's a deep shot that's complete, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now it's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate, as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On the delay, here's Neal. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return is Pettis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Bring it. Bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go. Here we go. 1 Omaha. 180.
First down, there, dog.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I smell
Clock.
Kill. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Neal. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Wilson will throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
21.
54 Mike. 54 Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Check it out, read.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the sneak is Garoppolo. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Wilson on first down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You better be afraid of me. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
54, check, 54. Go. Gotta do better.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Give it up nothing today. 6 down. Check, 6.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Check.
Now Mostert. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Switch.
65.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on second down. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check nickel.
Six. Go ahead. Mike 52.
You don't want none of that.
Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, baby.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 9, Wilson forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seahawks.
54.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
12. Watch the slip. Hayward. Hey, watch that. Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take Wilson, hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
21.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
Black!
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Garoppolo now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Check 26, check 26.
12.
Check. Show him that. Showing it.
Stay hot. Stay hot.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They're in the fourth quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Wilson. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson taken in by the tight end Doyle. That one a first down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
To throw again is Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphreys. That'll bring up second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
380.
57, come on. I'm coming. I'm coming.
On first down, Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Right, here we go. 180.
54, Mike. Check.
21. Here we go.
This is Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And an alley to run. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert His 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run ahead of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Quan Alexander.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
13.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try. There's Garoppolo to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 59 Mike, 59 Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Niners, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.